We are going to work on phoneme segmentation. I'm going to say a word. Then I will say the sounds in the word. The word is flop. Ah. The first sound is. The second sound is. The next sound is ah. The last sound is. I will hold a finger up for each sound I hear. Ah. This word has 4 sounds. Say the word with me. Flop. I'm going to say some more words. Stretch the sounds in the word with me. Hold a finger up for each sound you hear. On. Ah. On. It had 2 sounds. Lot. Ah. Lot. It had 3 sounds. Slot. Slot. It had 4 sounds. On these next ones, I want you to try on your own, and I will check in with you after a few seconds. So I need for you to stretch the sounds out in the word and hold a finger up for each sound you hear. Lock. Lock. 3 sounds. Clock. Clock. 4 sounds. Block. Block. 4 sounds. Job. Job. 3 sounds. Pot. Pot. 3 sounds. Here's our last one. Mom. Mom. 3 sounds. We are now going to be working on the scale of alphabetical order. So the letters of the alphabet follow a special order, and that order never changes. It always stays the same. So a skill we are going to work on is how we can put words into alphabetical order. Notice that I have the alphabet here for us as a tool for us to use. Okay, so we'll use that tool to help us put words in alphabetical order. We're going to start with these words in blue. I need to look at each of these words. What I'm looking for is at their first letter. What is that first letter? So cat's first letter is C. Box's first letter is B. Dog's first letter is D. So now I'm going to decide which of those comes first. Which of those letters come first? Well, if I look in the alphabet, A, none of those words start with A. B, C, B. There is one word that starts with B. So this word would be first in alphabetical order, the B. Now let's take a look at the next 2 words that we have. So B comes before the C and the D. So cat starts with a C, so that word would come next. And then dog starts with a D, so that word would come last in alphabetical order. So take a look, we'll double check. B comes before C or D. C comes before D, so D would be last. Now we're going to take a look at these words down here. Our first job is to look at each of the first letters and identify what the first letter is in each word. So this is cap, C is the first letter. Hop, H is the first letter. Fox, F is the first letter. Zip, Z is the first letter. And sock, S is the first letter. Now we're going to use the alphabet to help us put these words in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Do any of the words start with A? None of the words start with an A. Let's look for B. None of the words start with a B. Do any of the words start with C? We found one that starts with C. Let's check the other ones don't. Yeah, so this word would be our first word, cap. Okay, now let's take a look. Do any of the words start with D? No. E? Nope. F? Fox starts with an F. Fox would be our next word for alphabetical order. Okay, we'll keep going. So we have 3 more words. G. None of them start with a G. H. Yeah, this one starts with an H. These don't. So this is our next word for alphabetical order. Okay, we have 2 words left. We could keep working down and checking. Do any of these letters match those? Don't see one yet. S. S would be next. And then finally, the last one would be Z, the word zip. So we now have these words in alphabetical order, and they're in alphabetical order by the first letter in the word. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to review these sight words that we have this week. Notice that make, I want to point this out, has A and E. Those two actually make that long A sound. That's why it sounds like make, and that's why it has a long A in it. Alrighty, we are going to first just go through each of these words, and we're going to say it 3 times. Okay, here we go. Make, make, make. And while we're doing that, we want to make sure we're looking at the word and we're making that mental or that connection with your mind that that's the word make. Let's look at the next one. Fun, 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 fun. Good. Two, 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 two. They, they. Alrighty, I would like for you to close your eyes, and I'm going to have you think about how you spell this word. I'm going to say the word. I want you to kind of picture it in your head, okay? So go ahead and close your eyes. And you can try to write it with your fingers then too. Okay, the word I want you to try to spell in your mind is fun. So think about how would you spell that? Open your eyes and check. So it's F-U-N. Okay, here's the next one. Close those eyes. Try to spell make in your head. You can write it with your finger if you want. Okay, open your eyes and check. Did you spell it correctly? Okay, let's go to, close those eyes. You're going to do 2. Okay, open them and check. Did you remember that it has 2 O's in it? Okay, close your eyes. The last one I want you to try to spell in your head is they. Go ahead. You can write it with your fingers. Open your eyes and check. Did you get they correct? Okay, let's go through these one more time and read them. Fun. They. To. Make. Keep on practicing those at home.